I want to welcome all to the April 15th, 2026 Special Common Council meeting for the budget. We open with public participation. Anybody who wants to speak has 3 minutes. Ask that you state your name and address for the record. And this meeting, the topic is our municipal budget for the year beginning July 1. Please direct your comments to the chair, not to individual members or the audience. And I have several names on the list that I'll call up now. I was supposed to say it was 6:32, but now it's 6:33. First speaker is John Whalen.
Good evening. My name is John Whalen. I reside at 266 Stanwood Drive, New Britain, Connecticut. Thank you for the opportunity to speak on behalf of the New Britain Public Library and its budget proposal for the 2026-2027 fiscal year. I am Vice President of the Library's Board of Trustees and a library card holder. I hope and trust all of you are a library card holder. A copy of the library's budget request for the upcoming year has been provided for each of you. This is the same information that we provided to the Board of Finance and Taxation. In it, you'll learn where we have been and where we hope to achieve in the coming year. Our efforts will have continuing benefits well into the future, the sooner we begin them at full throttle. I understand the recommendation from the Board of Finance and Taxation for the library's funding is a 3% for the coming fiscal year. We appreciate the increase during these lean times. However, our needs are much greater than that. Our request is based on several fundamental factors, including but not limited to competitive salaries for our staff, the new state-mandated minimum wage increase, the Social Security Administration's COLA for 2026, which is 2.8%, and the spiraling cost of insurance, which is going to be about 21% for us. Our discussions with the Board of Finance and Taxation have always been informative and positive. Our foundation of the relationship between the city and the library is that the city provides operational support while all other expenses, like capital projects, are the library's responsibility. So the city does not bear the full financial burden of maintaining a library for its residents. The Board of Trustees takes its commitment to keeping the library financially secure seriously. Working with the library director, the library manages our business without incurring a deficit. Again, I emphasize our appreciation for a 3% proposed increase, and if that's what it is, we will manage our business accordingly. But it will mean diminished services to the residents of New Britain. Our budget this current fiscal year represents only 1.24% of the city's total budget. This year, I do not yet know the budget proposal amount. I believe you all just received it. However, I estimate that a 3% increase provides the library with an additional $102,000 a year. An 8% increase would give us $272,000 a year. And a 13% increase, which is what we have requested, would provide us with an additional $441,000. The library is a small contributor to the overall budget. Its impact extends well beyond the library walls at the main branch and at Jefferson School. Your deliberations, please consider studies showing that for every dollar invested in a local library, returns at $4 back to the local economy. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Whalen. Next speaker on the list is Victor Schobert.
Let's see. Dear Alderman McNamara and the members of the Common Council, I will start off with the good news. The library has been on a journey of expansion over the past 2 years. In just over 2 years, our visitor count is up by 29%. The use of electronic materials, e-books and e-audiobooks has increased by 74%. The library is offering programming like never before, and that is both in terms of quantity and diversity. And the program attendance has gone up by an astonishing 57% in just 2 years. I attribute this success to a hardworking library team and to strategic decision-making. It is very important that we create a place where everyone feels welcome, and a strong priority continues to be to create relationships with neighborhoods and communities that may not currently have a deep connection to the library. We are doing the work to make this happen. But the reason I'm standing before you today is not only to inform you of our success, it's also to illuminate our need. The staff at the New Britain Public Library are among the lowest paid library workers in the greater Hartford area. And the wages are also low when compared to other urban libraries in the state. Years of flat funding from the City of New Britain and small increases over the past few years means that we find ourselves in a situation where, in order to remain attractive as an employer and to get closer to equitable compensation for our staff, we have requested the 13% increase. A strong library depends on its staff to provide materials and services for all ages, lead story times and other programs, and to expand its reach in the community, and to expand the scope of its offerings. They are hardworking, highly skilled people, and many of them hold master's degrees. As John said, the library's operating budget makes up approximately 1.2% of the overall general fund. I feel that my expectations are reasonable, and I do not expect that we can fix this all in one budget season. But as far as this year's budget, approving our budget request as submitted would be a great step in the right direction. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Sjoberg. Our next speaker is Jason Villani.
Dear members of the New Britain Common Council, my name is Jason Villani. I live in Wallingford, Connecticut, and I've been proudly serving reference librarian at the New Britain Public Library since 2008. I am also the union president for the library. We are a chapter in CSCA 2001. I care deeply for this essential public institution that serves the entire population of New Britain, and I'm here today to advocate that you fully fund the library at the proposed budget increase of 13%. There is no other return on investment as far as tax dollars spent compared to the positive civic, cultural, educational, recreational, and social output that a library does for a community, not to mention it being an essential service for many living in this community. We are doing great things and poised under new leadership to expand the reach even further with the city's help. Beyond a collection of books and a space for lifelong learning and literacy, we offer homework help, job counseling and career navigation help, housing assistance and legal services, computer and printing services, homebound services to seniors and the disabled. We are a research and genealogy center, a homeschool space, a free place for community meetings, an art and crafts hub in our maker space. We even have English language learners conversation groups. We have partnered with community organizations to do many of these things and want to be able to continue our stride of expansive outreach and service to this community. This is why it is important to fully fund the library's budget request. That being said, we also have goals to address, as you have recently heard, wage equity as a long-term project due to the rising minimum wage so that we can recruit and retain talented staff the library and our community deserves. We are currently well under CT library wage benchmarks in our region and even below equivalent town hall workers in similar paraprofessional positions. And I know you all know how important it is to have competitive wages, and that great work cannot be done without equitable wages. The library is one of the best investments the city can support, and with your help, we can make the New Britain Public Library an exceptional multi-purpose community hub for our entire community. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. That's all the names I have on the list. Does anybody else wish to address the council? Anybody else? Everybody's being very quiet because there have been 3 librarians that have spoken so far. Anybody else wish to speak? Anybody calling in?
I'll go up.
Oh, thanks for saving me.
My name is James Russell Blackwood. I live at 152 Pendleton in New Britain, and I'm here to encourage you to fully fund the library. I moved here 4 years ago, and it's really gone a long way to enriching my cultural and civic life here in New Britain. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Blackman. Again, one more time, anybody? Anybody wish to address the council? Anybody wish to address the council? Hearing none? Thank you. That concludes this portion of the meeting. It's 6:43. The budget presentation and the special meeting will begin shortly. This will come up at the regular meeting, but the public hearing on the budget that we received tonight will be on April 28th at 6:30 in the council chambers, where we hope to hear from lots of folks.
To order the April 15, 2026 special meeting of the Common Council. The time is now 6:47 p.m. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Yes, Your Honor. Alderman McNamara.
Here.
Alderwoman Scott. Here. Alderman Simpson.
Present.
Alderman Smedley. Alderman Malinowski. Alderman Gibson. Alderwoman DeLernia. Alderman Santiago. Alderwoman Barbosa. Alderwoman Vargas. Alderwoman Maldonado. Alderman Centeno. Alderwoman Ortiz Luna. Alderman Borrero. Thirteen present, one excuse, Your Honor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Madam Clerk, the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
Thank you. Madam Clerk, for the reading of the warrant.
Mayor,
Alderman
I'd
Santiago.
like to make a motion to waive the reading of the warrant.
Second by Alderwoman Luna. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. The reading is waived. Okay. Alderman Santiago.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to suspend the rules of the chambers for the mayor to make his budget presentation.
Second by Alderwoman Luna. All in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Good evening. In accordance with the city charter, I am proud to present the fiscal year 2026-2027 budget for the city of New Britain. Before I begin, I want to recognize the people whose hard work made this moment possible. To the members of the Board of Finance, thank you for your diligence, for your partnership, and the seriousness with which you approached this process. To our Finance Department, thank you for your professionalism, your resilience, and your tireless work, especially while navigating extraordinary challenges, including the cyber attack and the many obstacles we have faced in these first months. And to all of our department heads, thank you for your collaboration, your commitment to serving the people of New Britain. Tonight, I want to present not just a budget, but a statement of priorities, a commitment to accountability, and a roadmap to where this city must go next. Over the last 5 months, this administration has faced more than most new administrations ever should. Early on, the city was hit by a cyber attack that disrupted operations and tested our systems. We endured one of the harshest winters in recent memory, stretching personnel, equipment, and resources. At the same time, we began a difficult work of reviewing city operations, not just to understand how things work, but to confront where they have not worked. And what we found was deeply concerning. We uncovered misuse of taxpayer resources. We identified revenue that should have been collected but was not. We found practices that had gone unchecked for years and financial decisions that weakened this city's position. We are actively conducting audits and reviews in long-standing practices that demand scrutiny. Some findings will become public soon. Others will take more time as we fully understand the scope of the damage that has been done. Let me be clear. Where there has been abuse, there will be accountability. Where there has been secrecy, there will be transparency. And where there has been complacency, there will be reform. That work is underway. Despite those challenges, we have put forward a responsible budget grounded in facts and focused on results. This is a budget based on needs, not desires. It is built on real revenues, real expenditures, and honest assumptions. It is presented in a clear and more understandable format so that residents can better see how their tax dollars are being spent. And most importantly, there is no mill rate increase. There are no increases to water, sewer, or clean water rates. That was not easy to achieve. Cities across the country are dealing with growing uncertainty, particularly from the federal level, where shifting priorities and potential funding cuts make long-term planning more difficult. At the same time, families and municipalities alike continue to face rising costs. Energy costs are up, food prices remain high, commodities continue to climb. There are real pressures on household budgets and on city government. Yet even in the face of those challenges, we made the tough choices necessary to hold the line on taxes while preserving essential services. This budget does not cut staffing. It does not reduce services. Instead, it makes strategic investments to improve efficiency, strengthen internal operations, and ensure greater accountability for taxpayers. Because residents deserve a city government that works and works well. This budget includes meaningful investments in infrastructure, quality of life, and neighborhood improvement. This year, we will continue advancing major infrastructure and neighborhood improvement projects across the city, including Safe Streets for All, Willow Street Park, Allen Street Drainage, Arch Street Streetscape, John Downey Drive, West Main Street Connectivity, and completion of the Beeline Trail and the Myrtle Street Revitalization Project. These are more than construction projects. They are investments in safety, quality of life, economic growth, and pride in our community. We are also investing directly in our neighborhoods with a commitment of $250,000 for sidewalk repairs, along with renewed focus on transportation, infrastructure citywide, which will lead to over 10,000 feet of new sidewalks touching every part of our city. We are continuing our commitment to public education that has largely been ignored for a generation of students. This budget increases funding to the Board of Education by $1 million, with a long-term plan to grow that investment annually every fiscal year during my administration. That is real commitment. But let me be equally clear. More funding must lead to better outcomes. For years, state education funding has increased, yet students' performance and graduation rates have not improved enough. Today, New Britain remains one of the lowest performing districts in the state of Connecticut. That must change. This administration will work collaboratively with the Board of Education to ensure new funding reaches classrooms, supports teachers, strengthens students' programs, and delivers measurable results. We will expect transparency, we will expect accountability, and we will expect progress. Because our goal is not simply to spend more, our goal is to help our children succeed. This budget also lays the groundwork for Classroom Plus, a new initiative that will partner with community organizations and local stakeholders to expand mentorship, student support, and strategies to improve the graduation rates. More details will be announced soon. From a financial standpoint, this budget reflects discipline and forward progress. We are reducing reliance on fund balance by more than $4.5 million, fully funding our debt and pension obligations, absorbing contractual and inflationary increases, keeping the general fund budget flat. We have also aligned departmental budgets with actual spending trends, strengthened delinquent tax collections after years of stagnation, and eliminated one-time gimmicks that masked structural problems. And we are beginning to confront long-neglected liabilities. The cemetery fund, neglected for nearly a decade, now carries a $1.5 million deficit. This budget begins the work of restoring balance. We are also bringing greater transparency to tax policy. This year alone, giveaways to out-of-town developers cost taxpayers more than $1.5 million. Those decisions have consequences, and the public deserves to understand them. But we must also recognize that there's still much work to do. Spending has not always been controlled. Some systems remained outdated. Infrastructure continues to age. And there are serious operational issues that must be corrected if we are going to build a stronger future. This administration is committed to doing that work, not with slogans, but with results. Not with appearances, but with substance. Not with excuses, but with action. As we address today's challenges, we are also planning for tomorrow. We are advancing a vision of one-stop support center to help residents experiencing homelessness, connecting individuals with housing, treatment, and essential services in a structured and compassionate setting. We are working with state partners and pursuing every available funding opportunity to make that vision a reality. Because supporting those in need, strengthening downtown, and helping businesses succeed are not competing goals, they are connected goals. A stronger city must work for everyone. At the end of the day, this budget is about more than numbers on a page. It's about trust, and it's about priorities. It is about whether we have the courage to confront problems honestly and the discipline to build something better. This budget represents a new direction for New Britain. It is honest, it is disciplined, it is realistic, and it lays the foundation for a stronger future. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alderman Santiago.
Your Honor, I would like to recognize that Alderwoman Barbosa is here present before we start.
Welcome, Alderwoman. Alderman Santiago for item number 1.
Thank you, Your Honor. Before we start, I'd like to explain a little bit about this process before we... Tonight is the start of the budget process. The mayor has presented his budget, and it's now our job to review it and discuss it. Like past years, we will send it to subcommittees for review. Department heads will be available to answer any questions and all questions. The public hearing on the budget will be held on Tuesday, April 28th at 6:30 in the council chambers. Tonight is just the beginning. The real work happens in subcommittee. Now, Your Honor, I would like to make a motion to accept item number 1.
Second by Alderwoman Luna.
Item number 1 is to accept the report from the mayor's office regarding the general fund budget for fiscal year 2026 to 2027.
Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Alderman Santiago for item number 2.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to make a motion to accept item number 2, in which is to act upon a resolution regarding the general fund budget for fiscal year 2026-2027, and refer to the Committee on Planning, Zoning, and Housing, and the Committee on Administrative, Finance, and Law and Public Service.
Second by Alderwoman Barbosa. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Alderman Santiago for item number 3.
Up, down, up, down. Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept item number 3.
Second by Alderwoman Luna.
This is to accept the report from the mayor's office regarding the special revenue funds and enterprise funds budgets for fiscal year 2026 and 2027.
Any questions, comments? Seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Alderman Santiago for item number 4.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept item number 4 and refer, and which is to act upon a resolution regarding the special revenue funds and enterprise funds budget for fiscal year 2026, 27. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Let me finish it up. To refer to the Committee on Planning, Zoning, and Housing, and the Committee of Administrative, Finance, and Law and Public Service.
Second by Alderwoman Barbosa. Any questions or comments? Seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Alderman Santiago for item number 5.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept item number 5.
Second by Alderwoman Luna.
This accepts the report from the mayor's office regarding the budget appropriation for capital improvement program for 2026, 2027, the LoCIP funds.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Seeing none. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Alderman Santiago for item number 6.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to accept item number 6, in which is to act upon a resolution regarding the budget appropriation for capital improvement program 2026 to 2027, in which to refer to the committees on planning, zoning, and housing, and the Committee of Administrative Finance and Law and Public Service.
Second by Alderman Barrero. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Motion to adjourn?
Have a motion, second by Alderman Barrero. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Meeting adjourned at 7:03 PM. Thank you.
Now we get to look at the budget.